lack of music right now is kind of disturbing you. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too. Minfilia wore a coat. She's the only smart one. Antecedent. You come to us straight from the archives of House Fortemps. I trust your time there proved fruitful. Would that it had. Urianger and I scoured countless texts, but what we found was of questionable veracity. That is a cool coat. I want to see that coat in real life. Accounts of Shiva's life and deeds are sparse and contradictory, only agreeing upon one point. She lay down with a dragon, the gravest of all sins, according to the Ishgardian faith. Yet in the eyes of Iceheart's followers, this was a holy act, the blessed union of man and dragon. How could such a thing even be possible? Is quite another question. Suffice to say, I very much doubt that we'll find a useful answer in the archives of House Fortemps. Much knowledge has been lost over the centuries, though in this case, one wonders if it is by circumstance or design. You said Iceheart took a moment to plead her case prior to escaping, did you not? I did. Viewed without prejudice, most would agree that bringing an end to the endless war serves a greater good. I think Sir Aymeric might take issue with her methods. I do not care if a few stragglers manage to escape until the sappers confirm the tunnel is safe. The men are not to search it. Yes, Lord Commander. You pursue your foes with less zeal than I expected, Sir Aymeric. Lest you misunderstand, I do not deny our enemy has given us good reason to be prudent. I merely meant, you being a man of faith, that I had expected a certain single-mindedness. After all, was it not by the will of Halone that your ancestors came to this land? Why they took up arms against the Dravanians? What would they have done in your position, I wonder? There are those who believe that faith is a renunciation of free will, that unquestioning devotion is required of all who would live in a life in service to the Fury. Such righteous fervor may well serve a knight on the front line, less so a leader of men. We are all at liberty to interpret the scriptures as we will. I choose to believe that the Fury would value the lives of her followers over the deaths of her enemies. But I would not presume to speak for the Knights of Eld. 'Twas a different time, nay, different era. The scripture tells us only so much. Hey, hey Sugar, hey Jehudzik. Josh, is it? I think. Would that you told us more. It's Josh or Justin, I can't quite remember. I think it's Josh. Joshua. Yes, it's Josh. Got it. That man is awfully pragmatic for the servant of the Holy See. A welcome trait at the negotiation table, to be sure. Less so when one's enemies are making ready to harness the power of God. Mayhap he does not truly believe that Iceheart's plan can succeed. Truth be told, I too remain somewhat skeptical. Not sceptical, that's different. Shiva was real, a living, breathing woman. That there can be no doubt. In this respect, she differs from every other figure that have been summoned, each of whom was worshipped as a god. The sole exception being good King Mogglmog the 12th, the myth made manifest in response to the fervent supplications of the Mogglesguard. Saint Shiva may differ, but what of the heretics? They are a tribe of outcasts at war with a mighty nation who yearn for the resurrection of the one who embodies their beliefs. That is not placing one's faith in a higher power, then what is? Crystals and conviction, Minvilia, they have them both in abundance. Can that truly be all that is required? My survey team has concluded a preliminary analysis of the aetheryte Isart used to escape. They believe that she teleported to another aetheryte, somewhere not far to the west. Despite the apparent proximity of the second aetheryte, however, they have not been wholly unable to detect its presence directly. Unless Iceheart has some means to mask its signal, I can only presume she had it destroyed to prevent us from following her. Without the means to teleport as she did, we have no choice but to search for an alternate route. Most likely a tunnel, assuming one exists. Let's not give up on teleportation just yet. One of our colleagues in Charlian, Charlian, may be able to assist us. I pray that you're right. I dare not think how long it will take us to survey the entire tunnel system. Is Charlian the name of the country? I thought Charlian was like the name of the people. It might be both. While Minfilia looks to our aetheryte problem, I would request your assistance with another matter. The third unit is currently tracking the remnants of the heretic force which attacked us. However, the search goes poorly despite our numbers. Korthus is vast, and Iceheart's followers know the terrain far better than we. Your knowledge of this region may serve to hasten the process. It's a country of scholars where a bunch of scions came from, a small country. Well, yeah, it's just the naming convention that kind of like throws me. Like, I'm pretty sure you're like Charlian researchers, but like to say the country is Charlian is kind of like saying, like, calling Japanese people Japan. Like, the Japan have come to research potatoes. It feels a little weird. Wouldn't you be like Charlianese? Maybe. The sooner we capture Iceheart's followers, the sooner we can press them for their leader's whereabouts. Also, though it is admittedly a selfish request, I feel that my braves would benefit immensely from working alongside you. Well, we have our share of veterans. We also have more than a few less experienced recruits, many of whom look up to you. In case you were not aware. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read, and at the same time I'm running through my head like all the countries I'm aware of and trying to think of a people whose name is the exact same as the country. And I can't think of a single one. Anyway, back to reading. I can read. Good, I knew you would understand. Yu Hase can apprise you of the details. When the task is complete, come find me at the observatorium. Captain Ilberd and I are meeting there to discuss the latest developments in his investigation. The Temple Knights shall hold Snowcloak in our absence. Let us leave them to their work. Ours is more pressing. They have broken my brain. What is the deal? I'm trying to think of a country that ends in "an." Japan was the first one to pop into my mind. No, can't think of any. There you are, old. Commander Leveilleur instructed me to wait for you. Your assistance is most welcome, believe me. Most of the third hail from Ul'dah, and for a man accustomed to feel the sand beneath his boots, the crunch of snow can be rather disconcerting. But to the matter at hand, nary a moment ago, I received word that the heretics we seek have been spotted making for Danafin Pass. My braves are already in pursuit, and I should be grateful if you were to join them. I myself shall be taking part in the hunt. Never let it be said I did not earn my coin. To Danafin Pass, then. Ba-doop. What am I thinking? Like, what's another country that ends in "an" aside from Japan? I don't know that there is one. Alright, maybe if you were from Tenerife. Oh, I've overshot my destination by a lot. You're from Tenerife, you might say the people are the Tenerife. The Iroquois nation. You are the Iroquois. Right? So, like, I got some close. Kazakhstan. That's a good... Yeah, Uzbekistan, all of those. Pakistan, but they all end in I. So, Charliani, Uzbekistani, Kazakhstani, Kyrgyzstani. Balls, my ankle is on fire. Caught my boot on a rock or something and twisted it as I fell. The others went on ahead through Danafin Pass. Hurry and you might catch up. If you aren't sure where to go, look for tracks. The snow is fresh, so they shouldn't be hard to find. All the stands, right? Yeah. But I think I was onto something with, like, the Iroquois. Like Indian people, like Shoshone... sorry, Native American people. Shoshone... Crow, Iroquois, Salish. Like, those are people who are named after their nation. So, like, I've found an example. I've got precedent. I am now okay with the Charlian people being Charlian. And being from Charlian. The tracks lead southeast. I wish I knew more about Native American history. You'd think being an American that'd be a thing you learned in school. Not very much. Zion, what are you doing here? The heretics? I'm not sure. There's a great scaled beast and... Hase, I think he went east on his own. The heretics split up, so we did too. Oh, you better be okay, Yu Yu Hakusho. Are you okay? It's always hateful harriers. Always hating and harrying. Get kicked. You alright there? Where was the spirit gun? How embarrassing. I was so intent on following the heretics' tracks that I almost failed to notice they doubled back. Almost, mind you. One tried to sneak up behind me and got a knife in the gut for his troubles. I thought myself alone, so I started searching the dead man's knapsack for anything of interest, and lo and behold, before his friends found me, I came upon this. Withdraw in groups of 3 or less to the observatorium. Give the signal and wait. The merchant will be watching. Be late and be left for dead. Speaks for itself, does it not? They can't possibly mean to rendezvous inside the place, so we should restrict our search to the surrounding areas. Let me rephrase that. You should restrict your search to the wilderness around the observatorium. I will need more than a moment's rest to recover from these wounds. Weak stuff, Yo-Yo. Get good. Wa-da-da-da-da-da-da. Hello, suspicious people. Oh, good attempts on X3, so / shrugs how it goes. Didn't quite make it through, did you? That's a shame. Sudan. Yeah, but people from Sudan are Sudanese. Sorry, I am through listening to your excuses. We leave now. How? The woods are crawling with the blue coats, and the knights are searching every wagon that passes through the gates. And then there's this guy just axe murdering people. Well, stay with him then. You think you'll fare any better? Oh no, there's no need for that. There must be places like this in my homeland. There are places like this in my homeland. Secret snow-capped peaks where blood must not be shed. Yet your lands ever thirst for the blood of the fallen, and by your deeds it is drunk deep. No, I've done no wrong. None but meet in secret with heretics. Deny it all you want. You shall have the truth from me yet. The Inquisitors are not the only ones skilled in the art of interrogation. Damn it all. Blah. Fancy meeting you here, old. I presume your work with the Third brought you hither? What a tangled web. Lest you wonder, we came not for the heretics, but for the merchant who has been conspiring with them. He came to our attention during the course of the investigation into our Ivy. It beggars belief, I know, but it seems our favorite Garlean spy may have been providing assistance to Iceheart. Were it not for the efforts... Whoa! Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for the 5 gift subscriptions, Josh. That was huge. I really appreciate it. Hype train started. That's the second hype train that's ever happened here. You may have been the cause of the first, if I recall. Let's see. Who got the gift subs? Brockle's got one. He's a cool guy. He streams some... He raided us back when we were playing Space Marine 2. He's a good guy. Alsvieth rings a bell. Teabagging is brand new. He might still be in the chat. Aquadrake 2K, I don't think they've ever seen anything, and neither has Freezy YC, but, you know, lurkers are welcome too. Happy Thanksgiving, boss. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. Happy holidays in general. You've got such a Polish name. I think we might have established you're from Poland. Maybe I'm crazy, but I have no idea what holidays you have. You might not have anything up until Christmas. But whatever holidays you celebrate, I hope you have a good one, and I really appreciate you. It really helps, it does. Allsvieth. She says, thank you so much for the gift sub. Hype. Thank you so much. Were it not for the I'll get back to this story. Were it not for the efforts of Lady Yugiri and her shinobi, we might never have discovered this connection. Master Alphino is too kind. I fear my people and I have done little to aid your search for this spy. We long to strike back against the Empire and weaken their influence in this land to prevent the tragedy which befell Doma from reoccurring. In the days ahead, and the work they promise, we will require a very particular set of skills. Skills which I am fortunate enough to possess. If you allow it, I would accompany you until the investigation is complete. As a most generous offer, Lady Yugiri, and one that I will gladly accept. Thank you. Though I may disappear for a time, know that I shall never be far, and shall always be watching. A comforting thought? Come. Hold, let us wait inside for Captain Ilberd to return and deliver his report. Woo! And we're hopping over. And here is Alphino. Captain Ilberd seems confident that the merchant's resolve would swiftly crumble when pressed. If so, we should have new information ere long. As to whether it will bring us any closer to learning the Ivy's identity, I would rather not say. Given our adversary's cunning, I shall consider us fortunate if we are spared another wild dodo chase. The gods know we have more than enough to occupy our time as it is.